Alright, welcome to KayoticVerse. We're going to talk about the show Nemesis on Netflix. If you haven't seen it, I recommend you watch it. But let's just get into it. So, if you haven't watched it, you should watch it. I was very impressed because I did not expect, I just thought it was going to be like a basic ass. I'm going to probably end up cussing. I just thought it was going to be like a basic ass, like criminal show. We're going to lock them up. But I like how there's like a lot of intelligence in the characters. They had a lot of experience in what they were doing, obviously, because, they were doing heists and stuff. But they had backgrounds, and those backgrounds turned out to actually like apply to the script and role of how their actual character is set up. Now we have, the supposed good guy, the cop Isaiah, versus the bad guy, supposed to be Coltrane Wilder. All right, if you don't know who Isaiah is, let's show you a little picture or something. All right, this is Isaiah. This man, I'm not gonna lie, he started scaring me at the banquet scene, but we'll get into that. Isaiah, he's losing his family because he's traumatized because he lost his partner, or like a partner protege. Somebody died underneath his, like, what do you call it, authority, how the cop, how the rank system works. I'm fried over here. And I'm gonna keep going. Let me just lean back. All right. So Isaiah's traumatized because basically a partner or protege, basically somebody was working underneath his authority, had died. All right. So that affects him, and it makes him like kind of obsessed, but basically he's always like in a PTSD type of situation, and his cortisol levels are very high, is what I'm saying, and it has affected his marriage. He's also really not present. But we'll get to see that throughout the case. Isaiah, in my opinion, goes through extreme lengths to prove that he is right, that Coltrane Wilder and his crew are the same crew that killed his partner. However, in my opinion, I feel like he did some very unethical things that will probably not either get this case thrown out or either get Isaiah, this guy right here, framed for like the case, because I'm just going to explain like a couple of things. I would like to go in order, but this is KayoticVerse, so things are going to probably be all over the place, and it is what it is. But what I'm saying is, I knew this case could possibly get thrown out because it was like two things. Like, his partner asked him what his source was. How did he know about this event or something like that? He didn't give up the source for how he knew, but your father, who you drove back to the streets because you have like anger issues and you just pop up at the mouth, you drove him back to the streets and you got him killed. Okay, you got him killed, and when you got him killed, you traumatized your son in the same process. It's like he passed down his traumas to his family, and his son traumatized the son because the son seen his grandfather get killed. He says it's Coltrane Wilder. You seem to have this obsession with Coltrane Wilder because a lot of people were telling you to lay off of it because Coltrane Wilder's image does not match what you are presenting. But not only that, they were just telling Isaiah the whole time like, he needs to just get evidence. You just need to get evidence the ethical way, because you have to prove all this so that we can actually, like, basically he can actually have the attorney have evidence that says what you say. The evidence cooperates with what you say, Isaiah. But if he kind of like a stalker at the same time, and like he was obsessed, like I said, because how it's laid out is that he was having family issues. He's traumatized from his partner. You basically could say like he is a traumatized, overworked person who is obsessed with Coltrane Wilder. But like, you didn't give up your source, and your dad was at the crime scene. You didn't shoot your dad because you know it was your dad because you froze up and you're human. It's okay. There's like one more thing. He put the hit out on Coltrane Wilder, but like that's like literally illegal.
It was pretty illegal.
Like, you're a cop. Like, what are you doing? It's like because you couldn't prove him, you want to go to like extreme lengths. Hey, I forgot you got your wife. Bro, he got his wife kidnapped, and guess who saved his wife? Coltrane Wilder. Yeah, I kid you not. Isaiah got his son shot, is what I'm saying. You got your son shot because of like your obsession, and your obsession with the case. You were never at home to like actually be a parent or a husband. And where did your son go to? Your grandfather. And everybody told you don't listen. And then I knew we were cooked. The third thing I knew we were cooked with Isaiah was when he got that CI killed and he took like no sense of accountability.
He dies.
Or like my bad, because he screwed over that guy's case and got the CI killed. He stuck his finger in that one dude's wound. Like, he has too many tracks of being like kind of batshit crazy, I'm not gonna lie. And the scene, I'm gonna say, so this scene when they were at the banquet with each other, I'm telling you, this is Coltrane Wilder. If you don't know, watch the show Nemesis on Netflix. This scene right here, I was like, Isaiah's batshit crazy. And I'm telling you, he's batshit crazy because if you have a wife, he also let his wife leave another man at this event because he wanted to go chase Coltrane Wilder. He told Coltrane Wilder, basically, I know you guys are the people that killed my partner and have hit those jewelry store heist. And you guys are the one that robbed that illegal gambling place. And it's like, bro, don't tell the criminals you're onto them and that you know such and such. Why would you show your hand? Why would you get emotional like that? And that's why I said I was genuinely surprised at how good the writing was, because I know we have criminals, but we took it to like the aspect like, okay, the cop doing like the criminal stuff that Isaiah has like kind of like gone under the fucking radar. And we're like supposed to be looking at Coltrane's like, I'm just trying to get out the game, feed my family, get back to the community. I'm about trying to go legit, and I have Isaiah, the ethical cop, over here doing illegal stuff to prove that Coltrane did all this. But if you literally have no evidence and you can't prove it the right way, you can't like plan it. You cannot like illegally justify what you think is right, even though like, cause yeah, you can't do that. But he's right, but it's like you have to ethically prove yourself. And that's pretty much all I'm saying about this, but it was just really crazy to me. Let me make sure, because I had some notes I wrote while I was watching this. I forgot about that. Yo, so like I said, Isaiah, he's crazy to me. I'm not even gonna cap to you. And what I mean by crazy, right? For some reason, and his wife is at fault for this too, because your husband's crazy. Your husband's batshit crazy. Let me tell you, bro. Isaiah had a older brother when he was younger. His older brother got killed by a rival gang member. The rival gang member only got killed because Isaiah's dad had shot one of their people. So Isaiah's father essentially got his son killed, who was Isaiah's brother. And it's weird because Isaiah's son gets shot from like being more loyal to his badge / gang than to like the family and being at home. That's really what I'm trying to say. And his wife is at fault because they never told. He just told his son he didn't want him hanging around his father. His father's nickname was Nightmare. He didn't want his son Isaiah did not want his son hanging around his grandfather named Nightmare. Was, he was really great at being a gang member, a criminal, what is that, what I'm saying? And his son was hanging around his grandfather because his dad doesn't listen, but they withheld information from the son, like saying that, you don't know your grandfather has a past. Your grandfather was capping people, bro. They should have just told him that, but they didn't want to tell him that for whatever reason. And basically the son ends up getting shot because Isaiah's batshit crazy, more loyal to the badge and the case than actually being at home and being present at his son's games and stuff like that. But that's pretty much it. It turned the writing turned into like, yeah, I'm with you, Isaiah. We're gonna get them dudes. We're gonna prove this case. We're gonna get the evidence. Isaiah's like, no, fuck no evidence. We just gonna do whatever it means to prove that these dudes is right. And I know I'm right, but I can't prove it. But I'm working on it. But I'm doing it legal. And he put a hit out on Coltrane. So I don't know. It was decent. Season 2, I'm looking forward to it. Hope we get a season 2. But like I said, it took an interesting turn because the cop was not doing what he was supposed to do. But Coltrane kind of doing what he was supposed to do. I like how the gang members show more loyalty to each other than Isaiah showed to his like co-worker cops who are supposed to be like a tight brotherhood. What else? Isaiah doesn't really respect like any ethics or like I don't think Isaiah has like a lot of loyalty. He has like a little bit more loyalty to the job in case, because he wasn't really partnered up with his partner. He wasn't really close to his partner. He was kind of like sitting her on like, do what I say, fill this in, even though he was right or wrong. But it's like the gang members have more loyalty, and I feel like Isaiah showed a little bit more like disrespect to his co-workers in a way. Not his co-workers, like, because the cops have like a little, I'm not saying they're a gang, but they're like close. That's like all you have when like you're putting your life on the line. That's why I don't want to call her brother, because he, like, I don't want to say they're brothers because there's females in the force too, but you know what I'm saying. He just doesn't seem to like respect ethics that everybody has. And he antagonizes people a little bit. He walks around with a badge out, like asking to get like kind of punched in the face. It was the signs in the movie were shown like early on, and then they just got exasperated, if that's the word I'm trying to use. Yeah, it just got worse. Yeah, it was small, and then it was just like, oh, this is huge. Like people were saying who they were, and their actions were proving that. But the small things we seen got worse. I'm just saying, like, Isaiah was so obsessed he went in the man's office too. Like, because you're on video also going in Code Train's office, it could look like you're planting evidence. I just hope these things don't come back to bite Isaiah when they try to put the case or put this stuff on Wilder, because it just could just look like that you try to set up and kill this dude because he does tie up loose ends and stuff like that, and you put a hit out on him illegally using a cartel gang member. This is a little crazy, but that's pretty much all I have. That was kind of long, but listen, I tried to explain why I like the show. Hope I did good, but the writing was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was gonna be like I thought it was kind of gonna be like Power or something like that. I don't. It has some similar things to Power. I'm not gonna lie, but it is what it is. I'm probably gonna edit that out. But yeah, I tried to explain why I like the show. Hope you liked it. Make sure to subscribe. Peace, and thank you for watching.